Hi all, welcome to the third edition of Professional Visa and Education Services News Update. Now my name is Nish, I'm the Director of Professional Visa and Education Services and also Registered Migration Agent in Australia. Now today I'm going to talk about this recent changes in Student Visa Framework, which is now called SSVF, which is the Simplified Student Visa Framework. Now I'm going to take you through what are the major changes. Now mainly I'm going to talk about two major changes. First one is the significant reduction of visa subclass. Now from 8 different visa subclass, it has been reduced to just 2 visa subclass, which is a lot easier to deal with. Now the main visa subclass we'll be dealing for international student will be visa subclass 500 and also 590. 590 is a student guardian. Now in terms of the changes itself, obviously the first changes is the reduction. Why these are changes, obviously it has been a bit of an administrative nightmare with immigration, understanding all visa subclasses, and also for education agent, migration agent, it's very hard to actually explain this to students. So it's a good thing that they have actually reduced the visa subclass. Now the second big changes is immigration is now going to work on simplified risk assessment framework. So what that means is now depending upon what country students are coming from, they will be categorized in assessment level 1, 2 or 3. There's only going to be 3 assessment level. Now 1 being a low risk assessment and 3 being the higher risk assessment. Now the low risk mean the student who come from the country, for example like Japan or Korea, when they actually come here, they finish their study, they very minimum students are actually breaching visa conditions. They're not doing the course hooping or jumping. They're not swapping courses. They're not swapping education providers. Now that is categorized as a low risk. Now the high risk is the student coming from different part of the world, and then when they come to Australia, they change the education provider, education courses, and everything like that, and they've been categorized as assessment level 3 or 2. Now the second most important thing, as I just mentioned, about the immigrations working on the assessment level, risk assessment level, that has simplified. It's going to be just 3 assessment level, 1, 2 and 3. Now if you're in a low risk assessment level, then you would require less evidence to prove that you're a genuine student when you come to Australia, whereas if you're in assessment level 3, obviously that would require more evidence, which is like academic certificates, English competency level and financial requirements. Now if you are international student, especially from Nepal, and wanted to come to Australia, now with these new changes, the key message from Professional Visa and Education Services is, if you're studying bachelor's or master's, keep studying, keep sort of you try hard to get a good score in your results, like in your academic results. Now this will help you to migrate to Australia. This will help you to come to Australia in a student visa, because they will look at the academic certificates now. And also when you go for IELTS exam, it's important that you try to score overall 6 and minimum 6 in all band, because it's sort of English requirement. It has always been in place, but now it all depends upon the education provider whether or not they're going to take you. Your visa is going to be sort of dependent on the education provider accepting you as a student. So a lot of education provider would require a bit of a higher English competency level, and also your financial requirements. Now in terms of financial requirements, it has dropped down. Like before we used to show financial requirements for 2 to 3 years. Now we just have to show the financial requirements for 1 year with these new changes, so which is good. Now in terms of whether or not these changes is good or bad, now only time will tell us, but so far so good. It looks like it's a good indication for international students to come to Australia. And obviously the recent news that we've been hearing, that Australia would like to invite more international students in upcoming years. So it looks like they're simplifying all this visa process, so it's easier for international students to come to Australia. So it might be good news for, doesn't matter if it's assessment level 1, 2 or 3, with the as soon as we fulfill all the required documents, it should be okay for students to come to Australia. But as I said, just concentrate on the academic certificates, your English competency level, and also your financial requirements, and you'll be alright. Now if you are confused about these latest changes, if you don't understand, if you're unsure about how is it going to impact your current visa, now quickly, if you're worried about how's it going to impact on your 485 visa, graduate visa. Now there's no impact to this particular visa, so you finish your study and you still apply 485. Now similarly, if you have any other questions relating to your current situation, please visit our website www.provisa.com.au, or you can actually call us. We are also in Facebook, so it's called Professional Visa and Education Services, so do like us in Facebook for latest update. Now this is it for today. Now we'll be back again on Monday with our next edition, and we'll talk about in terms of migration. If there's any update, we'll talk about that more. But yeah, in terms of SSVF program, these are the latest changes, and do call us if you have any question. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.